I have a couple videos that maybe we could just like go through,
Yeah, for sure.
and just kind of talk about. In my head, I was like, okay, is it on a pole? Is someone outside? Okay, doing one of these, but I'm like, okay, is that the second store? Like, it's crazy. Is it rigged on a thing? Like, just walk me through this. Were you sitting there like, let me just run this through the window and let's see what happens?
Yeah, dude. So for forever, I just love the motion control stuff. I love the hyperlapses, the time lapses, and I was just like, dude, how cool would it be if I'm just like working in here, and all of a sudden, like the time lapse just is like moving through the room, but it just like keeps going, and then it just like goes outside and leaves, and it's like, out filming the cars or whatever it is, and so yeah, I just like I rigged up somehow. There was a perfect line from
Oh
my
no
door. I
way.
used the hinge on the door. I wrapped it with the string and I shot it out the window, and somehow there was like a sign over there that I linked the other part of the rope to, and the sign has like 5 bolts holding that entire sign up, and I was like, crap, this is the only thing to link it to that's perfectly centered with the window. And so I ratcheted it down and got it super tight and was like, all right, the sign's not getting ripped out yet. And then just built like a motorized rig that I put the 360 camera on, and it worked, and I just sent it, and it flew out the window and kept going. And then I made sure like I went outside and made sure it didn't like fall on someone's car or something. But yeah, it worked pretty perfectly. It was the first try.
Oh, that was the first try.
Yeah, I got the rig to start moving, and I was like, all right, cool, it's on the line. It should just keep going in theory until it was actually funny. I was like, wait, how am I going to reach the thing way up in the air to pull it off? Because it was out way over above all the cars in the parking lot. And so I had to like get another pole cam and like yank the rope down and grab the rig and then cut the zip tie and like pull it off. But yeah, the 360 camera got it, and it exposed really well from inside to outside.
Yeah.
It was like the same lighting pretty much, and it worked out pretty well.
Oh wow. How long was that,
I think it was
brother?
probably like 45 minutes.
Damn.
And it's just like you just guess. Like I got the thing to start spinning really slow, and I was like, that seems like a good speed, I think. And so I just like put it to the start. It should get enough of what I need, And I kind of wished it was maybe slower inside. I don't remember. I sped it all up and did the ramping and stuff and back and forth. And that was one of those dream projects. I'm so glad it worked.
Dude, that was amazing. Some of these shots incredible.
Thank you,
Oh,
bro.
dude.
That camera is incredible, bro.
Dude, I know. And that's the thing I want to talk about. How much do you actually think? Is it actually the camera or is it also you? Like the compositions they're amazing. Like some of the things that you see, you're looking at around at different things.
I see this in the comments a lot where it's like, if you have a camera this nice, you're gonna get good stuff. Like it's inevitable, right? But yeah, I mean, there's also the know-how. Like I do a lot of those shots. I tried my best to keep the camera moving. I love moving cameras. I never shoot static really. But like with the slow-mo stuff, like anyone could aim that camera and get amazing slow-mo shots as long as it's exposed properly and whatever and the right lenses. My whole thing with that video, a lot of it, I was trying to be moving with the camera. So I'm like skateboarding with it while pulling focus. That last skate clip took us like 20 tries of like perfect crooked grinds on the whole rail. And just at some point, because I was shooting on 150 millimeter macro and swinging around the end of the rail, and I was trying to get the end so you see the like parallax as it goes straight to side. And luckily my homie's great at skating. I nailed the focus that one time, and we're both flying at this rail, right? So it's like I nailed the focus, and the second he landed, I was just like, my mind was so blown that it just worked so perfectly. And like all those tries like added up to that, because every other try was like, it just didn't look good. It wasn't in focus. It wasn't framed right, whatever. Some of those shots, yes, are very simple. I'm just aiming, getting nice clips. A lot of them actually are happy accidents. Like there was that horse hoof, like pushing off the ground super close up. That was totally an accident. I was just shooting the horse as it ran. And as I pinned down at his feet, like it just happened to get that one hoof scooping, right? So it's like, you'll get those with that camera too, where like you didn't even realize you were getting that moment, but you got it. And like the eyeball of the pelican, I was just like, oh, I'll shoot this pelican. Sure, it doesn't need the slow motion, but whatever. But when I watched the footage back, you see the eye like fold over, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that was even happening. So
because that's crazy. I would have done the same thing where it's like I would have just been shooting, and then at that speed you don't see it, but when you slow it down, it's like, dude, whoa, you probably see so many different things that you're like, whoa, that's like crazy.
Absolutely. And it's the beautiful stuff too. Like you'll see a rattlesnake we got to shoot and rattling its tail, and you can see the dirt falling off the rattle. Like, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so nuts. Like, and so stuff like that, right? You get to sit in a moment in time that you would never be able to really sit and enjoy or even realize what's happening in that split second moment. And that's the beauty of shooting that high of speed, is you don't see that with even 240 like frames per second. You get nice stuff, but like when you slow it down 3 times that or more, like I shot that one camera has 2200 frames a second. You just can't even fathom that those things are happening, and they're right there in front of you, and you're like, whoa, it's a whole other dimension.
That's what it actually feels like. It actually feels like that. But I also do think, because some of the shots, my favorite shots in this were some of the skateboarding ones, like the one where his body was angled almost. It almost, I think, because you know that, you know the culture, you know the movements, I feel like, in that moment in time, that's how much they're leaning. For me, I don't think I would have captured, even if I was there for a whole day just recording people who skateboard, I don't think I would get that. I think, and it's like shots like this, it's beautiful. Like the way everything comes in, the movement, the slow.
Yeah.
There's something about it as well. And I think maybe that's where, if you give people this camera who specialize in something like that they're passionate about, I think the footage would be amazing.
Yeah, man. Yep. You could definitely make anything look incredible with gear like that. Bro, I could barely take any credit for this. I flew the drone with the 360 camera on it for Ari, but this was fully Ari's concept. They did so much work on this to make it like the actual like beach and stuff was behind him. They masked it all out. If you look close enough, the rock is like masked, but so it looks like he's in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dude, they spent so much time putting that thing together, like all the different iterations there. I think there was several different VFX artists working on it for him, but he was like, yo, I have this crazy idea. I know you're the 360 guy. Can you put it on a drone, and can we get this shot? And I'm like, done, dude, let's go get it. I can't take that much credit besides flying the drone and knowing the, what motion we needed and stuff. But like, dang, dude, such a mental idea.